Hi, I have finished this huge 676 page book, the Callas Imprint, a centennial biography by Sophia Lambton. It was generously gifted to me, so thank you, Sophia. And I will admit that when it arrived, I was daunted. The size of it, you know, I'm one of these people, if you see a big book, it's, oh, will I ever get it read? And non-fiction is not my real bag. Yeah, I don't read a lot of non-fiction. I think I read one non-fiction book last year. Anyway, I was surprised. Having read Sophia Lambton's fiction, her writing style is very familiar to me, so I was able to just drop into this with no problem. And I found that I know bits about Maria Callas. I know who she is. I've heard her. I've heard of some of the scandals. But that is all I knew. But having read this, what comes through is a woman who struggled with her weight, a woman who had various relationships, a woman who valued music, her dedication. We see this lanky child with all this bushy hair grow up. We see her declaring that she will be a star, as all little ones do, but she was determined she was going to be a star. We see her mother, with whom she had a very strained relationship at times, pushing her to be a child prodigy. We see her debut at the 15-year-old operatic debut. And then you follow her. You follow her career. You follow her. And I never realised how driven she was. I suppose that's stupid, really, because all artists are driven. But you see her waiting on tables. You see her sitting, waiting to the audition after audition after audition to get accepted. And then you see her work, her dedication to perform at her best. But she doesn't do it for the glory. And that's what comes across. She doesn't do it because she wants to be a big star. For her, music is everything. Somewhere in here, there's an interview with David Frost, I think it is. And he asks her about, what it feels like to get the applause, and what was her longest standing ovation. And she says it's not important. It's music. It's the music that is important. What comes across as well is there is some vulnerability to her relationships, but there's also a steeliness. The Aristotle and Onassis thing, where she left her husband for Aristotle and Onassis, and her steeliness when that ended. But you have to, her ending, I found it really sad. After all this, the glory that she'd had, although it wasn't glory that she wanted, just to die alone. And then there was the wrangling over her estate that, well, she never knew about. But it's just so sad after the career she'd had, after everything. And these are things I didn't know. I didn't know about all these. I knew bits, as I said, I knew bits, but I didn't know about this. And I enjoyed learning about this incredible woman. I have to also praise the author, because as it says here, 12 years in the making. It took her 12 years to write this, 12 years to collate all of the information, to get everything together, to put it in words. I mean, that is dedication. Wow. So if you pass this on a bookshelf, don't be put off by the size. Don't. Because you will learn so much about Maria Callas from it. And for someone who doesn't really do a lot of non-fiction, I enjoyed it. So, happy reading. Take care.